If you work in crypto, you probably heard of this mechanism where you take a company announcement, or basically a press release, you paste it into a press release distribution platform. You get your press release distributed to anywhere you want. You want maybe more crypto sites, you want different languages, you want whatever you want, you can do that as long as you pay the right amount. And amounts can go up to 15 or more than that, 15,000 US dollars for one press release that comes with a sponsored label. A few months ago, we shared this research showing that basically 60%, almost 2/3 of every one of these distribution of these press releases come from high risk project or outright scams. Basically, what we want to show is that there's no editorial working on these press releases, and anything you want to distribute through these systems will be shared. Anyway, these things continue to happen, obviously, because people pay the right amount, and there's a big incentive in doing that. And one of the biggest selling points of these services is you gotta reach AI visibility, LLM search, or GEO instead of SEO, and other terms people use. They tell you, hey, you're not visible on LLM search, you're not visible on Claude, on GPT, on Gemini, on Grok, or whatever, and you need us to distribute hundreds of articles about what your company does. Long story short, this is false. This is not how you will get that AI visibility or LLM search. But anyway, I want to show you why this is false. This is by Afik, my partner. He dug into a few things Google recently shared. So let's start from the top. Anyone in PR knows Muckrack. It's a PR management platform. They tracked 25 million AI citations and found that paid and advertorial content accounts for only 0.3% of what AI systems cite. And the press releases, they sell you as the go-to into LLM search. Basically, they were 60% of what AI systems cite. They went down to 1.1% in only 5 months. So the next time someone pitches you, here's the easy way into Google's AI search. Obviously, there's no easy way of doing these type of things, and you should be mature enough to understand that. But the next time someone tells you that, use that selling point on you, you should know that's a lie. You should know that's not a real thing happening. So what Afik saw is that Google recently dropped an official guide how to show up on generative AI features. Basically, they explain how to do that instead of people with a lot of reasons to lie to you. I think one of the best things in that guide is not what works, but what doesn't work. They don't use the word scam, but they do use the words seeking inauthentic. Basically, the biggest point in the guide is that manufacturing mentions is not a strategy. If that's your goal, you're using press release distributions for mentions, for LLM, that's not going to. The reason this lands in crypto so well is that crypto has a long history of valuing appearance over substance. Generally speaking, that process would look like something like this. When a product launches, or a startup raises money, or a new partnership is in sight, and they want to make sure people see that. So one of the first things they do is they blast sponsor label announcement across different distribution network. And at the end of the day, what you, founder or CMO or anyone at the marketing team, what you'll end up with is a report filled with duplicated content links. Here's a link on this site, on that site. I don't want to mention names, but almost everyone's doing that. And there's something you can show to your investors, to your users. Hopefully, finger crossed, they have no idea it's all fake, this distribution. And this whole thing may have worked. Your project may have been in the 1% of project that this has worked for. But if you think Google is not aware that you have the same article across 10, 50, 100, 200 different languages, media outlets, world by world, because that's what personalized distribution platforms do. They take the same copy, a copy of a copy of a copy. They take the same thing and distribute it to whoever you're willing to pay for. If you don't think Google knows that, it says a lot about you. But yeah, Google knows that. Google's AI, other LLMs knows that. And you're not being cited by that. That's not how you get cited by them. And that's the biggest takeaway from this thing, is that there's an industry of personalized distribution in crypto that projects pay tens of thousands of US dollars for every single distribution. It gets to hundreds of media outlets, but you get basically nothing from it. No one's going to probably see that. Google hides that. LLMs don't use that at all. So you're basically, you can look at it as a wealth transfer from projects that are raising money. So wealth transfer from VCs to these projects, to personalized distribution platforms, and to, in some way or another, to these media outlets, these personalized distribution partnered with. And that's what you're doing. You're not acquiring trust. You're not acquiring LLM trust. You're not acquiring users. You're basically giving money away. So in some sense, these people, thank you.